wanna feel your touch like ice, tracing all my scars. Why is it hurt on the inside? It's unforgivable, but I forgive you every time. Hard to let it go, 'cause we're intertwined. I break you, you break me, but something about it makes us so. Baby, every piece keeps us together in the cold. I break you break me, holding our love in chains of gold. I break you break me, holding our love in chains of gold. Frozen in my dream, I can't escape the thoughts of you. If I try to leave, when I'm with you I can't move. It's unforgivable, but I forgive you every time. Hard to let it go, 'cause we're intertwined. I break you, you break me, but something about it makes us whole. Baby, every piece keeps us together in the cold. I break you break me, holding our love in chains of gold. I break you break me, holding our love in chains of gold. All I wanna do is circle round around you and watch these moments fall back into place. All I wanna do is to make you stop and love me. How can I be blue when you catch me in these feelings like okay. I love you, I do need you, I do, I love you, I do need you, I love you, I do need you, oh, I love you, I do need you, oh, I love you, I do need you, I do, I love you, I do need you, I love you, I do need you, oh, I love you, I do need you. All I wanna do is to put my arms do need you, need you. I do love you, I do need you. I love you, love you. I do need you. I love you, I do need you. I'm cold, steel stainless. My glass half full. Always said, don't suffer no fools. Serpent, daydream. I bite, you call me lovely. Got a sweet tooth. I'm gonna get the sugar from you. When they say I'm a machine gun, I take it as a compliment. Honey, you should know I can be a weapon. I can be a weapon.
Hey guys, welcome back to Rocket Kingdom. We're here today to give you some great games for the EUR. We're back after a little break from University Rocket League competition, but we're excited tonight. I'm joined with Supreme on the casting desk with me, and we have had a few teams DQ tonight, but we've finally got a game to get underway for you between Erasmus, Rotterdam, and DCEA. So I'm excited for this one to finally get into a game. What are you thinking about this game, man?
Honestly, after 2 DQs in the first round, the bracket's looking a bit free. 3 out of 4 teams left will go through. And whoever wins this is through to the open qualifiers. Through the open qualifiers of the event, sorry.
So the winner goes to the final. So we got 16 teams in total go to the group stage of EUR. We've got 5 teams already qualified from the national competitions, which is Berlin Phoenix, Kit SC, Portsmouth Paladins, Lancashire, and U Hasselt, which are the Belgian finalists, which they haven't played their final yet, so they're not actually the Belgian winners. They're just the finalists, but the other finalists can't play, so they automatically took the spot. But yeah, we've got 3 spots available tonight in the group stage, which should have been between 6 teams, but now it's only 4 teams. So only 1 team tonight will not get a spot. Which obviously makes it pretty favourable for these guys playing tonight. If you're that one team that doesn't get the spot, you're going to be pretty disappointed.
Yeah, for sure. And up right now we have Erasmus Esports Rotterdam against not Tilburg, sorry, DSCA Delft University of Technology. And obviously you have to say the favourites here are Erasmus with 2 bubble players, Juicy, an incredible player. All of them 1800 plus, and DSCA not as great. They've got Florician, who you may know through Uni 6-mans if you play that, and a few 1600s. Yeah, hopefully they can put up a good showing.
Yeah, I hope so. But yeah, Erasmus are our seed 1 pick. They of course made the quarterfinals of EURC. Last time they beat teams that you guys should all know: Sussex, Warwick, Portsmouth, all those top teams. So they've got a really good lineup, and DCA are pretty unknown to us. We don't know much about them. We know they've got some 1600, 1700-ish players, which on paper seems somewhat below Rotterdam, but we'll have to see if they can give us a show and maybe cause an upset. Who knows?
Yeah, sure. So, shall we get into it then? See some Rocket League.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get into this one. We got the players in. They appear to be joining, so...
Nice.
Alright, let's go. Let's get this one underway between Erasmus Esports Rotterdam and DCA. Got a kick off here between Hillian Hunter and Marinus up on the sidewall. Tries to play it into box towards Maxio, but he gets the save pretty comfortably. Frozen Cookie plays that one back, probably over his head, not exactly where he wanted it. Wizard comes in to help out Juicy as Erasmus looks to push on the attack here. Maxio, a demo coming out as well. The shot comes away from Maxio, and Erasmus take an early lead here with a lovely demo play.
Yeah, and you can just see the speed difference already between these 2 teams. I mean, the rotations coming in are so much quicker for the Rotterdam team. Hopefully, you know, that might be some early shakes, and maybe DSCA will be able to get some back.
Yeah, for sure. DCA, they came out on the attack straight away, but Erasmus was pretty quick to shut it down. But they might have a counter here. Someone's given the ball away for Erasmus. DCA straight back into it. I think it was Juicy then just touched it up, trying to dribble it away, and Hillian Hunter's just come in and said, I'll take that one, and slotted it away. And as quick as we saw a goal in, we got one back. Yeah,
Juicy just quickly revoking my statement of calling him an incredible player in the intros. He just has to go and prove me wrong. Yeah, it's a action-packed already. You know, it's a good start to the series.
Yeah, we got some interesting car choices I noticed from Erasmus, maybe showing a bit of confidence. I see it.
Oh, I think Astral may have lagged out. But yeah, car choices aren't great. I mean, Scarab and Maxio and the Scarab, you know, I don't even know what car that is. Juicy's rocking a Takumi RTX, maybe? And Wizard, of course, in the Jurassic Park car. Great choice. All of them still Octane hitbox, I think. Maybe Juicy's is hybrid, but I'm not sure, to be honest. But yeah, it looks like I'll have to do some solo casting because Astral has DC. Yeah. Juicy looking to play it in the middle. He's trying to 1v1. He's left an open shot, but Marinus gets the save. Now Wizard coming in. Marinus looking for the clear. He has an awkward touch on the corner. Let's see if they can capitalize. Pinched away very well. Juicy down to Wizard. He can't find the shot. Healing Hunter trying to control it, take it out. Not done very well. Frozen Cookie looking for the clear, and yeah, you can see Delft here just aren't able to get out of their half. All very starved for boost, but a double commit there might free up a chance. A 1v1, Marinus, can he put it in? It gets past him, but it's not on target. Juicy is there to clean up the ball.
Alright.
Oh,
I think I'm back, just about. I had a bit of a connection issue there, but I seem to be back. There's issues of being online, unfortunately. But
yeah. If only we could all have lands all the time.
yeah, we're still 1-1 then in this game.
Yeah, not much has happened, to be honest. Oh, that's a good bump, though. An open net. Oh my goodness, that is not great by Healing Hunter. It goes in anyways. I'm sure,
yeah, the double
he wasn't too happy.
Yeah, they didn't get the first shot away, did they? But the double follow-up, I think Maxio facing his own net couldn't really help his teammates out. Marinus couldn't finish it. Frozen Cookie got it in the end. And DCA then, halfway through this game, in the lead. Did you expect that one too, Prue?
No, I did not. Honestly, I thought this was going to be a 3-0 very quickly for Erasmus, but you know, our underdog's putting on a bit of a show. You like to see it. You can't help but root for him now after a scrappy goal like that, but let's see if Erasmus can come back.
Let's see what they can do though. DCA on the attack again. Frozen Cookie trying to get that backboard touch down, but not quite going to find it. But his teammates helping on with some pressure. Hillian Hunter trying to push it upfield, but maybe a counter here coming out for Erasmus. We've got Juicy pushing it towards the middle. Maxio and both Wizard there as well, but Nontra getting a touch on it to find it towards the back of the net as DCA looking to carry it away, trying to find a pinch there with Frozen Cookie onto Juicy, but not quite going to happen.
Oh, and this is scary.
Looking for a counter, yeah, with Erasmus. The double touch comes in and low on the wall, and it goes in.
I mean, you just don't want to be Hillian Hunter there, really, do you? It's a 3v1. They're all driving at him. There's nothing he can do. His team just abandoned him on defense, and that should be a goal every day of the week for Erasmus.
Yeah, it was so quick. It came out of nowhere. We had so much pressure for DSEA, and then very quickly they turned it around and got a quick counter attack. But see, they might get another one here as well with Wizard looking for a shot away, not quite. Frozen Cookie doing the job in his defense just about. Juicy, you talked a lot about Juicy, saying that he's a quality player, but he's not really shown us much to go off so far this game.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think I might have caster cursed him, but I've played him a few times and he's always done well against me. But you know, he's not showing up when it counts against this DSCA team.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but maybe with that Takumi GT, I think it is, he's not taking it fully seriously. We'll have to see. He has got a shot away though this time, looking for the top corner, not quite going to find it. Frozen Cookie makes the save as Wizard follows up as well, but just wide of the post. And pressure starting to come out for Erasmus. The change of play is starting to come in their favour, but not finding the back of the net yet. Wizard trying to find that double touchdown, doesn't get it away. A double commit for DSEA in the defence, but managed to get it away just about.
Yeah, and I think you might be a bit right. I'm not sure if Erasmus is taking this 100% seriously. I mean, their card choices obviously show that, but you can see Juicy's been on the backboard a bit. They're all going for some pretty fancy stuff. You know, a lot of boost being wasted, but you know, maybe they're just having a bit of fun in the first game. I think if DSCA take it, you'll probably see some card changes. There you go. Juicy with a great shot there. Nice little pass and play.
Yeah, I was going to agree with you and say if I can't even say their name, DSEA, if they take it, then Erasmus might be a little bit sort of rattled and then change up their cards and maybe take it more seriously. But they have eventually got the ball in the back of the net and taken the lead with 20 seconds left. I don't see a comeback at this point with how much pressure they've been taking in the last sort of 20 seconds or so, with really not being able to get the ball out of their own half.
Yeah, it's just been a lot of pressure for Erasmus at the end of this game, and you know, they had a good start. They can take away from this game that they can score, you know, so maybe they can take a few games off. Hopefully, you know, give us a series.
Yeah, they gave a decent showing in the first few minutes for sure. It's just these last couple of minutes they seem to sort of crack in the defence as Rotterdam have sort of come out firing and really put on some real pressure and shown what they're made of. Juicy trying to find a musty flick there as well to get it over. They did get it clear, but might get one back here actually on the line. Didn't quite drop it, nearly the own goal. But Erasmus do take it 4-2 as we probably expected in that first game, despite the interesting car choices. But fair play to them, they still came out and gave a good performance, and DSEA have got some work to do.
Yeah, I think, honestly, if DSEA can't up their speed, I don't think they stand much of a chance this series. They're just getting beaten to almost every ball in the midfield, and you can see them choked out on defense constantly. Always starve for boost. So yeah, hopefully, maybe they can look for some big clears, and it'll help out with their rotations a bit, relieve some pressure. But yeah.
Yeah, maybe we can see some team play from them, to be fair. I mean, sometimes I see lower ranking teams beat higher quality teams just if they synergize well, if they pass and try and work the ball as a team. They don't have the individual quality, but if they can establish a good unit and work well as a team, they can sometimes break down the fact that they don't even have the same quality in individual players that Erasmus has, for example. So maybe if they can incorporate this kind of team play into their game, they might stand a chance of at least taking a game.
Yeah, for sure. Especially coming out of defense, the counter-attacking passing plays are always lethal. And starting off here, we have some early pressure for DSEA. And Wizards changed to an even more ridiculous car, but I have no clue what that's called. I don't think I've seen that since Gold 2, honestly.
I do think it's the Ice Charger actually with Wizard as he plays upfield. I'm pretty sure it's the one from the Fast and Furious that they installed, I think, sometime last year or the year before. But DCA looking for an attack here then. DSEA, sorry, with Marinus trying to play it middle. Hilly and Hunter's there and took up the passing play, and they found a passing play into the box. I don't know if they're listening to me or not, but what a player that was. Straight across the midfield. He'd just come out of the net and ready to slot that one in. Wizard completely out of position for it, and a great start then.
I think you could say that maybe they could have cut a few of those passes on if they put some shots on target, but still, four or five connected in a row, I think, without Erasmus touching the ball. But after that missed touch, Erasmus gets it right back.
Yeah, it was an interesting kickoff, pinch straight over, and Frozen Cookie, I think, tried to stop it going towards the net from those horrible pinches, but it's just hit straight down off the roof and straight to Wizard. And again, it's a repeat of last game. We saw them score, we saw them concede, and it leveled out pretty immediately, I think pretty much in the exact same time frame. So we'll see which team's going to offer the most. Juicy then trying to drop it down. Wizard's up as well. Can he drop it down? Not quite. Marinus up for the save. Maxio goes in and finishes it off. And there was no follow-up for DSE at all at the back after Marinus made a pretty decent save, but Frozen Cookie just sat there watching him, and Hilly and Hunter was well upfield and not able to get back and help.
Again, it's off the kickoff. They need to mix their kickoffs up. Maybe try and lose it to their back right or win it hard, because each kickoff might happen again here, but each kickoff Erasmus is just getting so much early pressure off of, and it's just not allowing Delft to get in the groove.
Yeah, if they can hold out at the back better though and maybe soak up some pressure and find some counter-attacks, like you say, as long as they don't concede from these kickoffs, they might have a chance. Frozen Cookie probably didn't drop it exactly where he wanted it, as Erasmus trying to play it out from the back. Wizard pinching it up off the wall, but that's not going to go anywhere near where he wanted it. And Hilly and Hunter's chasing it, trying to get some pressure back for DSE, but it's not going anywhere favourably into the box. I don't think any many teammates there anyway. They're trying to pass it down the field now, Erasmus, with Wizard finding Juicy. No shot available in the end. But DSEA, they're holding on so far. They're creating chances to a certain degree, and they're defending not too badly at the minute, and they're still within one.
Yeah, it's not looking terrible. I think they're doing better right now. Oh, I say that as they whiff, but I think they're doing a lot better at soaking up this pressure. in the back than they did in the first game. Maybe warming up to the speed a bit. That's a great chance for Hillian Hunter.
Yeah, poacher's goal, that one. I'm not sure who knocked it down. It's Kimi, I believe. Maybe was it, or was it Maxio?
Yeah,
Actually, in the
Maxio just
Fennec.
with an awful touch.
They have switched as well from the troll cars, I think, for the most part.
Yeah, other than Wizard, Maxio and Juicy are in fairly standard cars. I can't imagine Juicy not in the Octane, really.
But yeah, there was a pretty soft goal to concede for Erasmus, and I don't know if he meant to tap it down like that, but it certainly didn't help his teammates in any way, shape or form, and they conceded off it. So Wizard trying to get something going off the ceiling. Maxi was up with him as well. There. But yeah, nothing going to happen. Juicy committing his third ban, though. That might be risky. It opens them up at the back. It does. TSEA have managed to find a counter-attack out of nowhere, and Erasmus are just committing 3 men forward. I'm not sure what they're trying to do, get clips or something, quite possibly. But it's cost them a goal here.
Who paid off Maxio? I don't know what he's doing. He's just pre-jumped off the ceiling and then bumped Juicy going for that ball. Not great. And I think this could be Erasmus underestimating them, their opponents a bit here. And well, they get it right back. I was gonna say maybe if they don't take it seriously, DSA do stand much more of a chance. But Juicy slotting that in perfectly over Hillian.
Yeah, I think you could completely cast as curse them, to be honest. DSEA were struggling to keep in this game at times, but they are finding counters from the overcommits from Erasmus. But yeah, again, they just left themselves wide open and conceded one straight back into their own net, and they might be under attack here again. Maxio gets a flick up, Marinus up early to get it clear, but only as far as Juicy. Juicy actually missing the read, but Wizard will play it up. Juicy trying to find another clip, maybe pass it down to his teammate. And DSEA have just got to try and capitalise on these fancy plays, but one's come in there as a miss on the backboard, I think, from Marinus trying to come across, and Maxi was just going to slam that one home. Pretty simple finish from a player of his quality.
Yeah, good read. Unfortunate that you need to be making those backboard reads on defense against these higher level teams, because they will score every time if you leave the backboard open. And I don't think I've actually seen any backboard defense really from Delft University here. They're really not getting up there and defending it well. And you've seen time and time again Erasmus just slotting it up there and getting free hits, free shots on that.
Yeah, every time I think they have a chance in this game, Erasmus just come out firing and put one back in, and they're starting to take a bit of pressure here though, Erasmus, but they've quickly got it back upfield, and Highland Hunters managed to get up as last man to get it clear, but there's no one in the net. Marinus plays it straight across the Wizard. It's pretty much an open net, and Maxia will tap it in on the goal line. A nice little passing play in the defence, but he's basically walked himself to the back post from that pass, completely unmarked or uncontested by Delft University, and he's just tapped that one in pretty simply.
Yeah, the composure on defense is lacking a bit from DSEA. But you know, it is still game 2, and they've done better this game, I think. Other than the last few seconds when it all falls apart. You can see their defensive rotations and offensive hits, they're just rushing them so much, and it's just leaving open nets every time. Your Frozen Cookie doesn't need to bang that into the mid. No one's in net.
Yeah, another one come out pretty simply there, another open net, and not really troubling them at all, is it, at this point, Erasmus? They're pretty comfortable just rolling through this Delft University team, and struggling to see a fight after they start to concede 4 or more goals. They seem to just sort of go down, and again, look, another one's come in. Juicy just tapped it in, quicker to the ball, like you said. I think in the first game they're just so much faster at getting up, making the ball, making the challenges, and Delft just seem out of the game at this point.
Yeah, and it is unfortunate because I do think they really had a chance this game. Just a few small mistakes, but teams like Erasmus will capitalize on those mistakes. You can't give them any space on offense.
Yeah, credit to Maxio as well. He's got 5 shots and 4 in the back of the net, and still got 2 saves. He's done a bit of defensive work as well. Over 700 points for that man, but his teammates have still been putting up quite a fight, and Juicy stepped up as well with 2 goals this game. Wizard trying to get a style on. He's trying to flip reset it over to Juicy. That's how confident these guys are feeling right now. Maxio playing it up onto the backboard as well. Wizard is there as Marinus comes across and just about gets a block to stop a potential another clip-worthy goal. But at this point, as Erasmus, they're just having fun, just trying to create some fancy goals, and I can't see any way back for Delft in this game. They're going to have to get ready for game 3.
Yeah, if you're Delft here, this is a go next game. This is a don't let them clip on us, because you don't want to be on Twitch clipped, you know, and reset your mental, because they had a good start to this game. They were looking good, and it just all fell apart.
Yeah, they always start positive, like you said. They were looking good. They started, I think, with the leading goal in both games, but then quickly they seemed to crumble just as soon as they came out the blocks firing, and they've got to step something up in the next game. Erasmus looking for a final goal to make it 8. Marinus will get it away for now, but I'm not sure how long that will last for. Maxio dealing with it in the corner along with his teammate Wizard. Maxio actually missing the ball here, and Juicy might be an open net. Wizard just making the save to cover for 2 misses from his teammates, but it's not really going to matter in the end. Even if the ball did hit the back of the net, they're 4 in front, and they're going to take game 2 pretty comfortably.
Yeah, and I think the one thing that you can say Delft has going for them is Erasmus is messing about, and maybe they can punish them for it. Because they're not taking it seriously right now. They have 2 or 3 people jumping at every ball, constantly freestyling, hold down air roll. But yeah, I think DSEA, they can counterattack. They've shown us they can score, so maybe they can capitalize on this. Oh, hold on. On these mistakes that Erasmus are showing.
Yeah, I think Marinus thought it was a best of 3 as well, not out of the woods yet. Still a chance for a reverse sweep. Don't know if you believe through Prem. I'm always in favour of the reverse sweep if we can have it coming. Hilly and Hunter is believing in that reverse sweep as well. But really, Erasmus, we'd think that they probably want to get this game over with and prepare for probably who we'd expect them to play, Northern Lions, another great Dutch team, which should give them a challenge for the final. But we'll see yet. They're not through just yet. Delft University have got a chance if they can pull off the reverse sweep, and you've got to believe in the game 5 surely at this point. Marinus as well looking for an early shot. Wizard makes the save. See if Hilly and Hunter can keep the pressure up for the Delft team, but quickly doesn't manage to keep control as Juicy trying to dribble it upfield for his teammates. He does get past one, but Marinus can't really get the best clear, and Juicy trying to pass it mid towards Wizard does get it a bit wide across the box. But so far we've not seen 2 early goals come out like we did in the last 2 games through Prem, but not a bad start for both teams, you have to say.
I think. Oh, not in. Wow. Yeah, I thought they just got that pinch over Hilly and Hunter, but no. As you can see, Erasmus are going for a lot of wild shots, and I honestly think that it leaves them really open on defense, and DSEA can capitalize on that. But with demos like that,
demo comes out. The huge demo from Juicy and the open net counter on the other end. They'll take that one all day long. I think maybe they're stepping up their game maybe to get this series finished with. I'm not really sure, but we haven't seen demos until now come out from them, so maybe this is them trying something different. I'm not sure. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I think score 3 or 4 first, and then you can start jumping off the ceiling. Just secure the win. But yeah, I like this from Frozen Cookie actually, controlling it a bit in his back half. It's not something we've seen them do earlier in the series. They're always looking for quick hits out. And that patience in the defense should help a lot.
Absolutely. We'll see how long they can take with it though. If they've got time, they're actually going to get a goal here on the counter again. Hilly and Hunter's got an open net. I'm not sure where the Erasmus players were. Maxio played the ball straight into mid. Wizard double committed with him. It looked like, and Juicy was waiting upfield for a pass. And so a double commit from these level of players is not what you'd expect, I imagine. Probably not taking the game seriously, but passing it into mid away from his teammates? What was he thinking?
Maybe benefit of the doubt, Wizard was trying to pinch it with him. Maybe. Also, I'm pretty sure that was fairly open for Delft there, but unfortunately, slams it into a wall instead.
Yeah, Hilly and Hunter put the shot just wide. Denise put another one to the backboard. Wizard's gone flying up, didn't make any contact. Frozen Cookie trying to finish it off the backboard, not quite. And Hilly and Hunter came in as well, but couldn't find a connection either. And Marinus trying to chase this ball back into his own half to stop another goal going in for Erasmus as he tries to clear it off the backboard. He's got 3 Erasmus players underneath the ball, but none of them managed to get anything decent on it to keep it up into the Delft University half. But Maxio now coming back the other way. A simple 50 keeps the ball in that half, and DSEA are trying to make something happen here. They're looking positive. They get on the attack, and maybe we can see a goal out of them if they keep this up.
Yeah, it's looking a lot better. I think this is the longest DSEA has gone without getting scored on in the whole series. So I'd say that's definitely a benefit. That being said, they are starting to get a bit nervous on defense. You can see these rushed, awkward touches, but that's a great center up to Hilly and Hunter. Puts it on target, but saved pretty easily by Juicy.
Absolutely, tried to find the counter, didn't they? Hilly and Hunter was trying to tap it on off the backboard, I think, but you give time for these Erasmus players like Juicy and he'll just get it away really comfortably. He's trying to musty it as well towards the net again with Frozen Cookie in the way. But yeah, I like what you said about them taking their time, trying to be methodical about it. I just hope they don't panic too much and end up cracking under pressure, because they've struggled a lot in the defense, and I talked about it again. Juicy slams it in, and Erasmus pretty quickly back in the lead. As soon as I jinx them and call the play of Delft University, they end up conceding.
Yeah, they had two players just kind of sitting in net, no one going to the ball nearly fast enough. And that's, you can't give teams that much time in front of the net at this level. You need to be challenging earlier. But yeah, I think they have improved throughout the series, and if they don't make the miraculous comeback, I think that'll be good for them going into the lowers, because the team they are facing probably won't be as good as Erasmus. Probably won't be quite at the level as their first seed.
Yeah, I mean, if both games go the way that we expect, then the final in the lower and the upper final should be much more competitive than the two semi-finals, it has to be said. So both teams will have a real game on their hands then, that we should be less likely to predict, I'd say, compared to this one, where Juicy once again trying to pass up to Maxio, and I can't see this one not going in. It actually doesn't off the bar. Very surprised he's not dragged that one down, and they're still trying to get it in. I think Marinus and Highland Hunter just getting in the ball away, trying to find a counter, but Maxio's already back, and I think they're taking this one pretty casually at this point. Erasmus just trying to style again, despite only being 1 goal up.
Yeah, for sure. This series is not looking too great if you're Delft, or if you're a Delft fan. They've done all right. They've scored some goals. They've punished Erasmus when they have really overextended, but that's nearly a beautiful goal. But like this, see, they'll get one back now, maybe. Never mind.
Yeah, not even quite going back, did they? I thought it was going in, but I think it was Maxio who just scraped it off the line, stopped them getting level, and now they're looking for another attack again. Hillian Hunter gets bumped out the way. Wizard who was going up, but didn't get a decent connection on it. Maxio defending, then last man. Maybe they can capitalise on this, and he's struggling in the back corner. Is there somebody mid? Frozen Cookie is there, but Juicy gets a big save to keep his team in the lead, and maybe a counter now to get them more firmly with a 2-goal lead if they can find one here. Juicy gets another demo as well, but Wizard can't slot it away. A big save from Marinus to keep the game within 1 goal.
Yeah, and we have seen Erasmus have to make some pretty clutch goal line saves here. That one from Juicy earlier, as you mentioned, absolute banger of a save. But yeah, I think that should clinch the series for them. DSEA does have a bit of pressure at the end here, but it's not looking too good. Unless they can turn this ball around really quickly, you have to say that is going to Rotterdam.
Yeah, Juicy was trying to finish that final shot, make it 3-1, but didn't get there. They'll take the 2-1 win, and that'll be the 3-0 sweep in the end for Erasmus. It was pretty comfortable. We saw moments of quality from Delft, but for the most part they were pretty outclassed, I'd say. And Maxio really, I'd say, of all the Erasmus players, showed his quality and what he's capable of. He was scoring plenty of goals, and he got 4 saves in this game as well. It's a really good performance from him, you have to say.
For sure. Anytime he was left in third man, he's basically a wall. No one was getting past in that game. And really good play from DSEA as well. Honestly, I think they're coming up a much tougher opponent, and they did well to punish what Erasmus was doing, just kind of messing about, but just not quite good enough to beat the quality of the Rotterdam team.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't expect them to win, but hopefully this will give them a good warm-up and hopefully prepare them for the next game that they have, which they are, in a much more competitive sense, have a chance of winning. So, I mean, playing against a good team is going to help you perhaps warm up your mechanics and your team play, and just be ready, hopefully, to play against what should be a really close game if Northern Lions take down Tilburg United, which is what we expect.
Tilburg United is a new team, completely new team, entering University of Rocket League for the first time. And so they are not expected to beat the Northern Lions side. That would be a big upset. But they should be very closely matched to DSEA. They have two 1700s and a C3. So should be a good match for them. Yeah,
they've just finished the first game, which Northern Lions clinched out 3-1. So it's going the way as expected so far, it looks like. But so the winner of that game between Northern Lions and Tilburg will go against Erasmus that we just saw, and then the losing team DSEA will go down to the lowers to play potentially Dublin if they return from not signing up, but if not, it will go straight to the losers semis between the loser of Northern Lions and Tilburg for that final
Yeah, and that
final
would be
spot
that
in the
would be
lowest.
exciting if we got some of these DQ teams back, because Dublin, obviously, a very strong side. Unfortunate that they haven't made it in. But yeah, I think we're going to break soon.
Yeah, I think we should go to a break, guys. We'll just be a little while. We'll wait for this other series, and then we should have the winners' final coming up for you, and then hopefully the lower semi-final as well, to see some much more competitive action in the next few games and see who gets through to the group stage. So thank you for watching that game between Erasmus and DSEA, and we'll be back shortly for the next few series. Welcome back, guys. Back to EUR for our, I'd say our winners final tonight. It's been pretty short-lived with how the bracket goes, but it is our winners final between Erasmus Esports Rotterdam and Northern Lion Esports. Two big Dutch teams, I think two of the biggest Dutch teams, in fact, going head to head. Both these two teams have now qualified for the EUR group stage with our top 16 teams. But, you know, everybody wants top spot, everyone wants to take the bracket and say they're the best team, and so that's what they're playing for. And I think we'll have a great game on our hands. What do you think about this one, Supreme?
Yeah, this one should be a lot more evenly matched. We did just see Erasmus kind of steamroll the SEA, but Northern Lions should put up much more of a fight. They have Naughty, he's a bubble player. I don't know how to say his name. Sirius. Really good mechanics. Crack player. You'll probably see a few clips out of him this game. And Jordan, who is their they're not playing with Jordan, they're playing with Coco today, actually. He's a 1500. Yeah, this should be a much closer game.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to this one. So at the end of today, we should have 8 teams qualified, so we'll have half of the EUR group stage, and then we've got 2 more qualifiers on Sunday the 12th and Sunday the 9th of July to fill out those last 8 spots. But like I said, these 2 teams have already qualified, and then the teams you saw, one of them earlier being DSEA, will have to play off in the lower bracket, and there is 1 spot still available down there for one of the other teams. I think they should be playing Tilburg, depending on if the other teams come back that didn't turn up for the first game or not. We'll have to see about that. But yeah, for this one, technically nothing to play for, but I guess seeding coming into it from qualifying, the winner will get the first seed, which gives them better seeding going into the group stage, which should help them a lot in favour, really.
Seeding and bragging rights, I mean, they're both the 2 big Dutch teams, so, you know, they're going to want to beat each other. They're not going to be the second place Dutch team going into EUR.
Yeah, shall we get this one underway and
yeah, let's get started.
Get into it. I think it's going to be a really good game. I'm looking forward to see if obviously we haven't seen Noddy, Sirius and Coco, I believe, but obviously we've just seen Juicy, Maxio and Wizard, so we'll see if they can deliver a similar performance they just gave as we get this game 1 underway. Then another best of 5, Noddy and Juicy, pretty even on the kickoff, as Sai, I'll just call him because he's shortened his name down in this one, gets a shot away, but it's pretty simple for Wizard, and Juicy bringing those demos back out, just as we saw in the last series, as Wizard tries to get one on target over the top, and Erasmus coming out quickly, putting pressure onto the backboard, but Noddy is there, and Erasmus not slowing down from what we saw in the previous game, Supreme. They're coming out attacking just as we saw in the last series.
I think a lot of this, I think the first game will be these 2 teams warming up their speed again. You know, they both just came off playing arguably a lot lower level teams, and that oftentimes leads you a bit shaky going into the next game. But hopefully they can get warmed up pretty quick and start playing at their usual speed. Yeah,
I mean, Northern Lions did drop a game against Tilburg United. It has to be said in the last game that they just played, but they've quickly conceded one here. As we talk about the game being level, it's Wizard who finds the goal. Not really an assist from his teammate, but it was a pass upfield from Juicy, but it's been a pretty open net there for him. I'm not sure what happened with the rotation at the back for Northern Lions. But
maybe Naughty was calling a pass mid, thinking he had that more clearly, and someone was pushing out a net. But I'm not really sure what happened there. Obviously, Naughty with a huge misread leaves the net open, and it's a pretty free goal. Erasmus gonna be happy they got an easy one like that early on.
Yeah, I thought we were going to find another one then, but Sai did make the save on Wizard's shot this time. But Erasmus coming out again with more pressure. Wizard trying to find it middle again. Nobody there this time. Coco does get it away, but Juicy trying to sweep it back up into the orange half as Noddy plays it back down into the blue, and a shot comes away from Noddy, saved by Wizard just in the nick of time. But a counter attack, the net's open. Maxio's hit the post, and Noddy's just put it into the corner, and somehow they've not conceded a second.
Yeah, not sure how they got away with that. That was a dangerous challenge as last man, just leaving it completely open. And just honestly, that's kind of unlucky that goes off the post there. It's hard shot to make, and he's pretty close, but you know, they have shown all the pressure Erasmus has. So I think they'll be fine with it. You know, they've got the chances. They're pretty confident they'll score going forward.
Yeah, they've had lots of pressure so far, but a shot coming out from Northern Lions is saved by Maxio this time. A whiff there from Wizard might give a chance for Coco, but he's not put it on target either, and Noddy gets the 50 to try and keep some pressure up for Orange, but the pass isn't great in the end, as Coco also trying to do the same middle, but Juicy is uncontested up for the aerial, but the pass can't connect onto the Wizard, and Northern Lions coming out with a bit of pressure now as Noddy plays it backboard. Size put it over the bar with an open net, and finally Coco finishes the job. When you thought they would have scored earlier, they've finally done so now.
Yeah, Sai getting away with murder, missing that there. You just can't get over it, but Coco, easy cleanup for him, just bangs it in. And I think that Erasmus actually double committed there, and they could have punished that missed shot by Sai if they had not. But tied up in the series now, tied up in the game. Sorry, 1-1, and that was the first bit of pressure we've seen from the Northern Lions side did result in a goal, so they'll be happy with that.
Yeah, and it was the low ranking man in Coco. Obviously, he's still solidly over 1500 into Grand Champ, but compared to the rest of the players, he's not quite at the same level. And that's a lovely pass over the top. Not sure that, I think that was Noddy in net, just couldn't quite get anything on it. A little touch got flicked over the top of him, right next to the goal line from Wizard, and a great finish just to put him off saving that one. And Erasmus quickly back in the lead.
Just that little tap in. But back to what you're saying about Coco. He is a lot lower rank, and I think getting an early goal in a game, especially a game on stream, will really help with the nerves there, just even things out. Because players who aren't as experienced might be a bit shaky coming in, maybe misreading a bit, trying to play up to the speed, but getting an early goal is always great. Calm the nerves a bit.
Yeah, definitely. I'll definitely do his confidence a world of good. They're trying to get more pressure on, actually. Noddy got a shot away. Wizard trying to counter to Juicy. Sai gets the block this time. And a demo coming out from Wizard. We saw plenty of them from Juicy so far, but not Wizard. Maxio trying to find it mid for a teammate. Can't find a bump onto Sai. And Coco trying to get a counter. There's a lovely sweeping ball dropping down towards the net. Juicy makes it comfortably in the end, but the pressure is coming out for Northern Lions when they get on the counter attack. They do create chances, because we saw in the last game that Erasmus do seem to overcommit quite a lot when going forward.
Yeah, for sure. I think you see a lot of times they're looking for these redirect passes really far downfield. It's just always leaving someone as a hard third man. It's dangerous against a better team that will be able to capitalize on it more than maybe DSEA could in that last series.
Yeah, these two teams definitely got plenty of quality to show us, that's for sure. Noddy then looking for that pass towards Coco. Wizard was pretty quick, but he couldn't get something on it. Noddy's up again then for the follow-up pass. He's dropping down in front of the net, but Juicy dribbles it, gets control pretty easily. It's going to cross net back towards Noddy, and the save isn't made. Not sure who missed it there on the Erasmus defense. A pretty easy save it should have been for players in this game, but he's not managed to get it. It's Maxio coming off the wall, a bit of a pre-jump, goes straight under him, and Northern Lions are level.
And just great pressure by Northern Lions there. You know, that was a good quick transition upfield. Coco No Street getting a really high touch that Noddy was able to follow up on earlier on. And honestly, it's looking really good for the Northern Lions squad. Even though they're tied up, I feel as though they've had the cleaner play so far.
Yeah, they've had a couple of these balls sort of drop down off the roof and from high plays, and they've struggled to deal with it, Erasmus, to be honest, at the back, and he somehow dribbled that one all the way across with a double touch off the wall. Sai's gone straight through two defenders in the net. I think the man on front post didn't really react in Wizard, and it actually came off his car with a 50 into the net. I mean, it's just sloppy from Wizard, isn't it, that one? Not pushing the ball early enough when he should have done.
Yeah, either he has to be further in net there or challenging earlier. He just got caught in no man's land a bit, and Sai punished really well with a great 50 to pinch that in. And now Northern Lions taking the lead in this game that I do feel they've had the pressure in for the majority. With this Erasmus defense is looking shaky right now. They need to get some big clears, need to start rotating again, you know, get it under pressure. And yeah, just get back into this game, really.
I have to agree. I think Erasmus started the better team, but maybe that extra confidence that they had playing against Delft University in the last game, this kind of made them a bit overconfident perhaps coming into this one, and it looks like Northern Lions are going to secure it. If it does touch the ground, it's going to. Northern Lions do take game on, and you have to say that towards the second half of that game, after sort of the 3-minute mark and below, Northern Lions had so much more sort of threatening balls, not necessarily pressure, but the long balls they played upfield that dropped down, causing issues, and the pressure was generated. And like you said, Erasmus's defense just didn't react to it at all, did they?
Yeah, and other than a few, I think all the early pressure came from, you know, rotational mistakes from Northern Lions. All the early pressure for Erasmus, they weren't really making Northern Lions sweat. They were just capitalizing on mistakes. And now with Northern Lions cleaning up their defense a bit, I think Erasmus is going to have to swap things up a bit to really put them under pressure. Yeah,
I think so. I think maybe this game hopefully should be a wake-up call for them, and that you know, they're against a tougher opposition now. They've got to step it up, because if they don't, this team will capitalise and they will score, and they've proven that by taking game 1. And just because they might have a slightly lower ranked player in Coco doesn't mean that they're not going to deliver, and that they haven't been practicing as a team, because they put up a good showing there. They struggled for the first minute or so, but once they got going, they gave a good showing, and I think it's going to make for a really interesting second game.
For sure.
See if we get into this one then. All teams, we've got a straight kickoff this time. I think this first one we've seen of the night. Usually players on this side who's taking it, Wizard and Noddy. Noddy gets it well into the blue half. The side's trying to get a quick follow-up, but Maxio puts it out wide. He switched to the Dominus from the Fennec, it looks like. Going to get the backboard read in it though. He does just about block Coco's pass down. Sai looking for that top corner. Not going to find it, as Maxio trying to get into the corner but struggling for boost. Does get the 100 eventually. And drop back into the Northern Lions half for the first time, but maybe they can counter off this. They like to sit back and catch Erasmus when they overcommit.
And Coco here, I think, has actually been doing an excellent job on defense there. He's left last man, didn't rush the ball, didn't rush to boom it in any way that could pass back to them. Just took his time, and now he might get a goal from Sophia. Couldn't quite get over it.
Yeah, we talked about rushing there as well. Wizard looked like he was completely panicking, struggling to get the ball under control in front of the net. I can't believe Sai managed again in front of the net to hit the post when it's open. That's the second time he's done that already this series. Got to be kicking himself that he's not put his team in the lead this early on, but you know, these things do happen when you're under pressure and if they're feeling it. So hopefully, and I'm sure they will get more chances in this game, but not a great start to them missing an open net.
No, it's not how you want to open up a game, but I think they've had the good pressure so far, so they should be able to get it back if they're able to keep it up.
Yeah, they're trying to get a pass up to Juicy, but didn't find it. But it didn't go falling for Wizard, but he was too low on the ground. Made it a pretty comfortable save for Northern Lions. Then Coco trying to play it up. Shot really not troubling them in any way, as Juicy gets it clear over the top. Might be over Noddy as well. He just gets a touch, but it's not properly away. And Coco's left last man in the net. He deals with it really well as he finds a pass down to Sai. And an easy counter-attack in the back of the net. Easy as you like. And Northern Lions taking the lead.
Yeah, Erasmus just always has one person really far up. They're playing like old complexity if you watched RLCS back then, with a lot just sitting up, except normally it's 1 or 2 people really far up. But I think they need to cut back on that, because that might have worked against DSEA, but I don't think it's going to work against Northern Lions.
Yeah, I think they need to be more careful with these risky plays and how many people they push forward. Again, they've got all 3 in the orange half. They do need a goal, of course, at this point, but they've got 3 minutes to do so. They don't need to rush into it, as Juicy then trying to get the ball back upfield to find that goal that they need. But Sai is there again. Maxio didn't get the best touch, and Sai managed to get something on it. Wizards last man again, and if Sai gets a bump here, that could be problematic. He does get the flick over Noddy, and it's gone straight in the back of the net. I didn't see where Wizard went off screen when Sai was looking for the bump, but he didn't seem to get anything on it in the end, and Noddy got a flick straight over the top.
Yeah, but just forcing him to slow down there, messing with his challenge. Maybe in a 1v1, Wizard takes that and is able to make the save, but he's just been abandoned by his teammates. So he's just pushing upfield, just honestly carelessly, if you ask me. I think they're really don't need to be doing this with 3 minutes left when they were only down by 1 goal. They don't need to try these pre-jump plays. They can just, get some normal rotations going on offense, and hopefully they'll score off that instead. But another demo play coming through.
Yeah, and another goal for Noddy comes from it as well. Yeah, I think it's Wizard that usually gets left last man though, so I'm not sure if he's struggling in the defence or if Erasmus are just thinking, well, we've already qualified, we just want to have some fun and we're not bothered about the seeding too much, which could be the case with some of the goals they're trying to score. But if that is the case, it's definitely hurting their seeding chances right now, because they're really down in this game now. 3 goals against them.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll say that no matter what happens, really. But yeah, I mean, maybe they can turn it around. I still don't think we've seen them properly playing. I feel like they are maybe messing about a bit, knowing that they've already qualified in this game. Only matters for seeding. But yeah, they just keep getting scored on these counterattacks. They leave one person back, and it's just an easy bump play.
Yeah, I mean, Erasmus were just about our first seed, and currently they're not giving the performance we expect from them. Then Maxio under pressure again gets into the corner. Juicy gets it away as well, but Coco will probably put this one back up. Not the cleanest hit, and Wizard might be able to take it away now for Erasmus Esports if he can. Juicy was trying to get a follow-up as well to drop it in. Not quite going to happen. Maxio playing it across, but the bouncing shot bouncing pass, sorry, is not going to happen for Wizard. He's not able to read that very well. Does fall straight to Juicy though from Noddy, and they're keeping the pressure up now. Erasmus looking a little bit sharper, but can they find that first goal? They need to get themselves on the scoreboard. They've only got 30 seconds to goal with how much time is left.
Yeah, I think they may be looking at this one and saying that, you know, reset, go next, just try and get some clips. I've seen Wizard pre-jump off the ceiling like 2 times in the past 30 seconds. So I'm not sure how serious they're taking this one, to be honest.
Yeah, they had a good chance there. Wizard nearly putting that one in his own net, forcing his teammates to get across. Luckily, it didn't drop in this time. Noddy looking for a 4th goal as he pushes up, and nobody contesting him on that one straight away. Coco coming in for the follow. Wizard does finally get it clear, and it's a 3-on-1 situation now, but Sai does brilliantly to stop the counter-attack in its tracks and get it back upfield for Northern Lions, who are now creating more pressure, and he's got a shot off as well. Sai gets the 2nd goal of the game, and they're 4-0 up now. He's been a perfect clear to get over the 3 players, gets a bounce, and puts it in. What a performance from Sai.
Great solo play by him there. He just goes end to end, bangs it in. Good read, good shot. And yeah, really clean play coming out from Northern Lions. I'd be scared looking at this play, going into groups, knowing how strong the Erasmus side is, and how easy it's looking for Northern Lions right now.
But yeah, we know how good this Northern Lions team can be. We've seen good things from them, and the same from Erasmus, but Erasmus aren't showing it right now. The fact that they've beat some of the UK University, for example's best teams that we talked about earlier, like Sussex and Portsmouth, but they're not showing what they're capable of at the minute against Northern Lions, that's for sure, because they're struggling in this one 4-0 down, and it looks like Northern Lions going to take game 2 pretty comfortably, to be honest. So we're going to have to see some sort of reply in game 3, otherwise might end up with another sweep.
Yeah, Wizard, I think, just put his controller down there for a second, for a little bit. I don't know what that's about. Maybe, you know, he knows they're not getting it back. Maybe a bit of tilt. It's hard to say, really. It's hard to say how serious they're really taking it.
I have to agree, but surely you'd think for pride, like you said, at least to be the one of the best teams in the Netherlands and to be the best Dutch team coming into the group stage, they'd want to win this. But maybe that's not the case, and these guys just want to score some interesting goals. I'm not sure, or maybe they are taking it seriously and Northern Lions are just stepping up to another level, and Erasmus likes to play risky upfield passing goals. I'm not sure, I haven't seen them play before, so it's hard to say from what we've seen so far.
And I don't think you can fault Northern Lions at all. I mean, they are playing really well. Saying that Erasmus, it looks like they're messing about, you know, that's not faulting Northern Lions. They're doing really clean plays. You know, they're always capitalizing on these 2v1 situations, looking for these bump plays. And Sai really popping off in defense and on offense. Noddy as well, scoring 2 for himself. But I think Sai was a star player here. He got the 2 bumps. So you don't get assists for those, but that's just clear goals for Noddy. And yeah, really good play from everyone.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Sai had a really, really good game in that one. And even Coco has not performed too badly to say he's in his inferior rank, should I say, to his teammates. And so he's still delivering for this team and shows how valuable he can be in helping his teammates out, because they are working well on a good wavelength. And Sai gets a really good kickoff to start it off for Northern Lions into the Erasmus half. Maxio trying to get it upfield. Not sure if he's looking for a flip reset on that one. Gets it over Sai. Noddy's last man in the net. But the save was pretty comfortable as Wizard got the demo, but it wasn't enough. And Northern Lions now trying to come the other way with an attack. Sai playing it up into the middle, but there's nobody there. 3 players from Erasmus get it away, and it was a really good ball in. But unfortunately, Coco and Noddy nowhere to be found in a disappointing attack, really, because it could have been a really good chance to create a first goal.
Yeah, and I think, you know, coming off, these teams are now pretty warmed up to each other. I think we have seen speed definitely improve as the series has gone on. And Erasmus looking for these passing plays. That will be good if they don't double commit like that. Now look, it's another 2v1 situation. Juicy's done great there to defend it.
Yeah, Sai trying to get rid of it then and keep it in the blue half, but not going to happen just yet. But Noddy coming across quickly on the jump to that one. Wizard just gets a touch over him and over Sai as well. Sai gets a touch up, probably not the best. Put Coco in a bit of a bad spot as Maxio gets a shot on target, but not with any power. Wizard popping up again. We've seen how good Juicy can be in the air, but can he put it down? Not quite. Coco getting the backboard reads, and you have to say Northern Lions are controlling their defense in the backboard like Delft University didn't, and that was the difference between the 2 teams that I've seen so far play against Erasmus.
Yeah, for the most part covering their backboard as much as they can. Good rotations. I don't think I've seen any big double commits from Northern Lions on defense. You know, they're really composed, really controlled. As I say that, Sai passes straight to Juicy. But still, clutch save from Naughty there on the goal line. Will they get the second one? No, they won't. And Erasmus getting that early lead that maybe they needed in the series.
Yeah, that was a great passing play, wasn't it? Juicy up to Wizard. Wizard got a really good shot off, and they just managed to get a save to keep it out. I think it was Noddy on the save. And Maxio came up the third man. They needed all three to slam it in. It's one of those plays, again, where you think if he didn't score that and they had three upfield, Northern Lions probably would have counted and got a goal. But this time, they do slot it away, and now they're a goal to the good. But of course, Northern Lions, we've seen how good they can be, and I don't think they're out of this one just yet. They're going to make more chances. They've got 3 minutes to do so, and they're already in the Erasmus half again, looking for more pressure.
Yeah, but I already like what we're seeing from Erasmus better. You know, they're looking a lot cleaner. They're looking for these passes. They aren't jumping off the ceiling constantly, which is a big improvement from the first 2 games. I think Wizards in the Octane for the first time. So all in all, looking pretty good. And Sai going for these bump plays still, which I think is a really effective way for Northern Lions to break this defense. Yeah,
we've seen Wizard use about 4 cars within the 2 series. I've seen an Ice Charger, a Dominus, a Fennec, and now an Octane as well, which is interesting. There might have been another car as well in the first game, but I can't quite remember which one it was. See if Northern Lions can create something then with the attack. Coco gets a nice mid over the top of one defender. Juicy pops it up, but it's not fully away. And Sai with a chance here, just off target. Wizard gets it back downfield, but Noddy is there to control it and keep it from going towards the net. Can he get it over Juicy though? Is waiting for him, not quite. And Erasmus maybe creating another chance here. Maxio up for the pass into mid over Coco. Sai's in the net. Can Wizard finish it? Looking likely, but just off the bar. A bump away as well for the last defender, and behind Sai, and Erasmus finally get that goal that all the pressure and great play deserves.
Yeah, great bump there, just rotating out. Wizard seizes the opportunity. And Sai pre-jumping that, you know, you have to just jump and hope you hit it. It's a really difficult save to make, and Erasmus takes the lead.
Yeah, it was a much better play from Erasmus, like you said. They're really stepping up in this game, and Sai struggling to get any points on the board at the minute, as he does get it clear for Northern Lions up to Coco. If he can find a mid, they might have a chance here, but misses the touch, as does Maxio though, which gives Coco another chance, but Juicy shuts it down this time. It goes back into mid. Noddy though can't get it past Wizard. We'll see if Coco can follow up. The ball's fallen nicely. He does get a shot away. It's just wide. Sai into the box. Sai's missed 2 open nets today, but he's not going to miss the third. He just put it away. But Northern Lions back within 1.
Yeah, and I think, you know, count your lucky stars if you're Coco that you did actually miss that, but so close that the defender still jumped. Because I think that was a save if that went top right corner. But luckily, Sai's able to get in for the cleanup. It's a really easy shot for him, and they brought it within 1. With a minute left, a minute 30 left, it's definitely doable for Northern Lions.
Absolutely, and the quality of that goal and the pressure that they created, it's definitely foreseeable they could get another one, but Sai trying to keep the pressure on and make that happen. Maxio on the backboard to get it away. Plays it down just as far as Noddy and Coco. Opts to leave it for Coco in the end, but he's not going to get the best touch. He does get a follow-up, but it drops straight into the path of Juicy now, which is also going to beat past Sai, and Noddy's left last man at the back. Here we're going to see another demo, this time Coco onto the attacker, and Noddy's looking for that open net. Wizard gets the correct spawn and stops Northern Lions getting a second goal.
Yeah, that spawn was huge. If Wizard spawned on the other side, I'm pretty sure that was a goal. That looked like it was bouncing out to Noddy for a really free shot. So really, really lucky RNG there for Erasmus even.
Yeah, they'll take it though, I'm sure. And Northern Lions, I think they might get another chance. They are going to create one. Noddy flicks it into the middle, but Sai unfortunately backflipped while trying to go up for the shot. And Maxio gets a defensive demo to push his team upfield, maybe to find a third goal and put this game to bed. Maxio again, another ball onto the backboard. Sai's up, misses the touch. Maxio shot was not great, but maybe it's a pass across to Juicy. A big save comes out from Sai to keep his team in this one. A pass towards Noddy. Can they score a last chance for Coco? Maybe not going to find the net, and I think this one's going to be a 2-1 to Erasmus.
Oh, that was close. That was close. Sai with a clutch save. Noddy could have scored that. What did he do? He just drove away. That was dropping perfectly for him. That was a free goal. Maybe he was flipping or something. I'm pretty sure that was a free goal for Noddy.
Yeah, it came awkwardly off the roof. I'm not sure. I saw Noddy on the wall. I don't know how he ended up positioned there in the first place. Maybe you had a much better view of it than I did. But yeah, he was around the vicinity of where the ball was dropping, but couldn't get it over the line. And Erasmus, they needed to get that game back. They do. So we are going to have at least a game 4, and they put up the kind of performance we expected from them in game 1. It has to be said.
Yeah, a lot cleaner play, really cutting out on the double commits on offense, showing that they can definitely, score against this team, play against this team to this level. And maybe they were just warming up into the series. Coming off a weaker opponent as DSEA, it's hard to get going automatically. But good from them, and maybe we can see the reverse sweep.
Yeah, Wizard got the MVP as well in that game, which is interesting because we thought he was the man sort of struggling at the back in the games that they lost, making a few defensive mistakes, but he stepped up with nearly double his teammates' points in that game. So maybe this is a sign that when Wizard can finally step up his game and make things happen for Erasmus, then they really start firing on all cylinders and looking like a really strong team.
For sure. That third man position is always crucial, and Wizard has been playing it pretty well that last game.
Yeah, with Sai, we talked about him. He's played pretty well, but he does miss that first touch. Coco gets a demo on Wizard. We've seen quite a few demos this game. Noddy plays it downfield. Nobody there, though, on his team, but Maxio misses the touch. Wizard gets it clear. We just talked about Sai playing it straight back again, though. Those two being like the defensive players on their teams, pinging the ball out of their own half. Juicy trying to find a pass towards Wizard. He does drop it mid towards Maxio. That's a big passing play, but the shot is pretty comfortable for Noddy in the end. Not enough power on it or high enough placed in the net, but Erasmus coming out firing the way they did from the start of last game. Wizard looking for a flip reset, but pretty low in front of the net. And Erasmus more pressure on more backboard plays. And what do you think, Supreme? They're looking like the better team again, it has to be said.
Yeah, they're looking a lot faster, a lot cleaner rotations. Their passes are finding each other. It's looking really good. I would like to see Northern Lions try and come out with some of the demos that they had in the first 2 games. You kind of saw them drop off a bit. And I really think that could help break the rotations of this Erasmus team, as that is a lovely counterattack.
Yeah, we talked about, you just mentioned breaking rotations. Noddy actually get a bump there onto the back of Maxio, stop him rotating towards the net. And Wizard, we just hyped him up from the last game. He's gone in for the save. A bit too slow on the read and gets beaten out by Sai. And Northern Lions back in it after probably not the best performance last game, but they're showing something new then with a nice little counter-attack. See if they might concede here, though. Juicy just misses the touch, which could have put Erasmus back level, and Sai trying to play it downfield. Noddy up for this one, maybe a shot coming. Coco looking for the bump as well, and Juicy opts to leave it when he realized the shot wasn't on target, but Northern Lions looking better, finding those passes, and looking for demos maybe as well, like you suggested.
Yeah, for sure. And I think getting that first goal is always really big. When a team's looking to reverse sweep, it's all about keeping momentum, and just keeping on scoring. And when you concede first, it just kills all the momentum you brought from the last game so quickly.
Yeah, there's always that thing in the back of your mind, isn't there? That even though you are got loads of time left, you are of course losing the game. Maxio gets a shot away, and Noddy with a huge save, a squishy save off the back of the net to keep Northern Lions in the lead. And really, he's doing God's work for Northern Lions at the minute to keep them performing well in this one. That was a massive save. I really thought Maxio was going to give his side the lead there, make his side level there, but not quite to be the case. And he does actually pop it up into his own box now and put Juicy in a bit of trouble, but he does help him out in the end and get it away. But Northern Lions, after that little bit of a shaky defense, they're coming out firing again and looking for goal number 2.
Yeah, Noddy clutching up here, just playing really well in this game. That double save was huge. He was really the one who got their first goal, played the ball all the way up, and just really good play from him. And it's cool to see more than one player stand out. And that is another great bump play. My boy Coco, look at that, just sitting in their net.
Nasty disruption, doesn't he? Gets right up behind Juicy, keeps tapping him, and then gets the flip for the big bump. And I saw him get a demo early, and it looks like Coco is being that man just to cause issues at the back for Erasmus. Keep bumping them, keep disrupting them to cause problems, even if you don't get the demo. And it's allowed a free shot for Sai once he got past the front man, which was pretty simple in the end. And they're 2-0 to the good now. And despite not having the best performance last game, they're coming out firing, they're looking stronger. And Erasmus have been okay at times, and they might get one back here. They do, thanks to that demo. But they've still got another one to get yet, and they've got a bit of work to do, it has to be said.
Yeah, but that's a bit of a phantom hit. Unlucky there. But yeah, it's been a game of demos. Really physical play coming in from both teams. I have to say, watching Coco go in demo. Maybe he's not as fast of a player. He can't make the reads quite as well. But you don't need to be making any crazy backward reads to bump people. You can just go drive into them. Anyone can do that. It's a great role he's playing on the team. Really, really well done from him.
Yeah, absolutely. Sai trying to get pressure on, find another goal for Northern Lions. That's a big clear from Juicy down towards Wizard. He's looking to drop it towards net, off the crossbar. Maxio there for the finish, puts it just into the post, and then Juicy hits the bar as well. A double demo for Northern Lions on the counter. Can they find anything away there? The double spawn at the back has helped them out massively, has to be said. I mean, they got a good defence and looking for a counter of their own now, back the other way. Juicy couldn't get contact on from that pass. And both teams, has to be said, have kind of wasted a chance here to get themselves a goal. They look like two really good opportunities at either end. And yeah, we're still 2-1 in this game and nothing's happened, and I've jinxed it completely. Erasmus come forward, Wizard slots it in, and we're level.
Yeah, I think Naughty just pushing up a bit greedily there, leaving his teammates kind of in an awkward spot, low boost on defense. Not great, but you know, it's still 2-2. It's tied up. They can bring it back. But it is looking more and more like an Erasmus reverse sweep is on the cards.
Yeah, the way Northern Lions missed that first chance, it's just a bit of a shame. But then they obviously got the counter and another goal come out. You talk about the reverse sweep, and they're going to make it happen here with Maxio, if he has anything to say about it. He's got a 6th shot for himself, but this one goes in, bounces off, and Sai just misses the touch, and he gets a little touch off of Maxio's shot, but it's not anything to keep the ball out of the net. And Maxio, like I said, 6 shots now, 2 goals. Putting the pressure on for his team and really pushing forward for this comeback.
Yeah, and you know, this is now the momentum shifted all the way back in Erasmus's favor, which is huge in this series. It's so hard going into a game 5 and the other team is, you know, about to reverse sweep you, and just getting your mental around that and being able to come back and win the game. I have been reverse swept a lot, and it's really, really hard in the game 5 to just stay positive.
Yeah, it's painful as well, especially when you know you have the quality to beat them after taking them down in 2 games, but you can't quite get it over the line. They've got a chance, they've got 30 seconds if they can come back, but Sai and Noddy under pressure. Noddy got bumped there as well, and Sai's save isn't the best. Noddy makes up for it with another block to keep Maxio from scoring, but Juicy keeping the pressure on for Erasmus, looking for that 4th goal and to stop Northern Lions getting back into this one. It's not looking likely. Maxio going for another demo into the off of the back of my screen there. I saw another ball into the box. Noddy keeping it away. He's done wonders at the back, it has to be said, for Northern Lions, but it's not going to be enough unless they get a last-second goal here. It's not looking likely. The ball's dropped towards mid though. Does Noddy slot it in? It's a big save from Juicy to keep the lead, and we're going to game 5.
Yeah, and you have to favor Erasmus now going into this game. They have all the momentum. You know, Naughty playing incredibly that game, so they still couldn't quite get the win. But yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Looking bad for Northern Lions, you know. Game 5 of a reverse sweep. It's not great.
Yeah, I want to see some of the other 2 step up. I mean, Coco brought some good demos to the table and some good bumps, and he did help get that first goal, but he did, in terms of general play, only get 80 points to his name, and Noddy got 623, nearly double size points as well. So he stepped up big time for Northern Lions, and he needs some help from his teammates to get back into this series for this final game, because they're in trouble. Like you said, the momentum is now against them, and that's not going to help their mental state. So Noddy's going to have to rally his teammates up here and get them motivated for this last game.
Yeah, as the most experienced player, I think Noddy's got to be the leader here, and you know, get Coco and Sai on the same wavelength so they can all come through, because I do think they can still win this. Oh, server's gone down. We nearly had it. We nearly had an entire day. All the series is no server maintenance. Yeah,
it always comes eventually, doesn't it? Yeah, we'll be back into game 5 shortly, but we have lost the server to maintenance, unfortunately. Typical, just as we get to the game 5, but maybe that will play into the hands of Northern Lions after just dropping 2 games. That a bit more of downtime in between, a chance for them to chat, a chance for them to sort of rally between themselves and to refocus, ready for game 5, and maybe they can talk tactics briefly, because I mean, we talked about not loads to play for, but that seeding could still be important.
For sure. And I mean, now it is big bragging rights on the line. Getting reverse swept is a lot different to, you know, just losing a series.
Yeah, they don't want to see that happen, do they, Northern Lions? Let's see, we're back into game 5 then. Let's see if they can make it happen. stop the reverse sweep, or will Erasmus complete the reverse sweep? We'll find out. The ball comes out to Coco with that back right play, but straight down to Maxio as Erasmus looking for a counter. Wizards up on the wall early, but the pass or shot, whichever it was, didn't have much power or conviction behind it. But Erasmus are coming back again with Juicy, and now Wizard and Maxio's pushing forward as well, and all three players getting forward as we've seen, and they've got to stop the counters like they're doing now with Maxio getting a double, but Juicy's there to help him out, and Wizards across on the other side of the box with a great passing play. But Noddy, again, we talked about his performances, and he's come out and made a massive save to keep Northern Lions from going 1-0 down, and he might have to make another one here. Coco this time does the job for him, but a great start from Noddy to stop Erasmus getting the momentum going again.
Yeah, Noddy has just been unreal in defense. He has made so many goal line saves that, honestly, you just expect them to go in, and he's just pre-jumping out of nowhere, making these incredible hits. It's really, really impressive to watch.
Yeah, they're looking to find more pressure now again, Erasmus, but Sai's going to collect it, but only as far as Juicy dropping down from the roof. Coco is in the net, he should save it. Not the most comfortable though, Wizard looking to pounce on that one, but does get denied just in time by a couple of Northern Lions players. Juicy's up though as well, trying to slam it down, and you'd think he'd have to do better with that from a player of his skill, but doesn't manage to get it on target at all. Noddy trying to keep pressure on and lead his team forward, plays it off the wall, and there's a shot coming out from Coco, a really impressive one actually, but a good save from Juicy. There's Wizard trying to come the other way, a demo coming out from Juicy as well, maybe to capitalise. The ball's going towards the net. Coco gets across brilliantly to keep it level for Northern Lions.
Yeah, and I think, you know, Coco, he's a bit shaky this game, you know, maybe the Game 5 nerves got into him. Probably less experienced than his two teammates, but I think if he can just calm down a bit, the Northern Lion teams really does have a good chance at this game.
Yeah, absolutely. They're looking for a goal. Erasmus backboard touch doesn't find a second, but Wizards there with the follow-up pretty quickly after Maxio was up for that one and all. I didn't see that initial pass from Juicy that dropped it into the middle. What a pass that was, right into the danger zone. And we have three Northern Lions players on the goal line, but none of them managed to get rid of it. And a nice goal, well worked from Erasmus.
Yeah, and you have to say that's all from Juicy's pop-up in the middle. That was a really nice touch. And Coco looking for the read. He's clearing it well to the side, you know, but he's just jumping at stuff I don't think he needs to be jumping for a lot of the time.
Yeah, I'd like to see him get some more of those demos out that we saw and the bumps that we saw him bring in the last game, but he does get demoed himself there, and there's two players up for this one. Maxio was first to it though, and Northern Lions under more pressure again, trying to scramble for some boost to defend his side. Juicy putting it back into the Northern Lions defence. Coco does get a block this time, but it's not going away. Wizard up again, Maxio trying to drop it down, he does so. Is there a follow-up? Tries to get a double tap, does get denied in the end, and Juicy then collects it still in the Northern Lions half as he tries again to drop it into mid. Noddy's the last line of defence. That man again makes the save. Can he get it clear though? Can he create a chance now for Northern Lions where they're really lacking on the attacking edge at the minute?
Yeah, I think Northern Lions are getting absolutely battered this game. It's just not looking great for them. Erasmus has had so much offensive pressure. The most we've seen is maybe one or two shots from halfway from Northern Lions, and it's just not going to be good enough to come into this game. And even though it's only 1-0, I mean, I feel like it's been so Erasmus' favorite this game.
Yeah, I mean, you only have to look at the shots. 9 shots for Erasmus Esports Rotterdam compared to just 3 for Northern Lions, which isn't really good enough. And like you say, all 3 of those shots really coming from the halfway line, which a team like Erasmus aren't going to struggle to save any of those. Juicy looking for a fancy play. Can he get a flip reset? Tries to fake it out completely, but it doesn't go all the way through as Northern Lions do get a good defence in. And Sai looking for that flick, but not quite going to find the back of the net just yet. But Northern Lions maybe creating a bit of danger here. Sai trying to slot that one in as the ball came mid, and Coco trying to get involved now as well. Gets a demo onto Maxio, trying to drop it mid. Gets a flip reset actually, but this ball drops straight onto Wizard, who makes a pretty comfortable clear.
Yeah, and I think maybe Erasmus getting a bit comfortable in this game, going for a few clips. I don't really want to see him do that in the Game 5, you know. From seeing how well Northern Lions can counterattack with their bumps and demos, I just don't want to see Erasmus overextend at all when they've worked so hard to make this reverse sweep happen.
Yeah, Northern Lions have had the best play for me as well in the last minute or so, and 4 saves from Coco. That guy's stepped up that we talked about. And if they can get a goal here and take this one to overtime, they should have the momentum. They've been playing solid. It's just whether they concede a goal from a counter like this. But Sai gets it away this time and over Wizard. That's well played from him. Maxia will collect, but he is under a bit of pressure, but Coco struggled on the wall, does get a block, and Sai's hit it back towards his own net off of a teammate touch, which was very unfortunate. Sure, not intentional either, and a bump coming out onto Noddy in the corner, but Sai gets it over to mid towards Noddy, actually, who made it up, and Wizard with a good save, stopping that Northern Lions equalising with 10 seconds counting down. I can't see a goal coming, Supreme. It's looking all Erasmus now.
Yeah, and I think that'll seal the deal. Oh no, the miss. There it is. Yeah, that'll seal the deal. GC just getting the cleanup goal, and that is a reverse sweep for Erasmus. Clinched it up there.
Completed.
Yeah. Maybe
but what a performance they gave.
Maybe they were throwing the first 2 games to set up for the reverse sweep. Who knows?
Maybe so, or maybe they weren't warmed up, I don't know. But they came out, gave a much better performance. Juicy got that last minute goal as well, which he'll be glad about, because before that he had 5 shots and didn't manage to get one in the net. But the difference in pressure we saw this game, we got 12 shots to just 5 from Northern Lions. And it's disappointing because Coco stepped up. He made 4 really good saves. But Noddy actually got the least amount of points. He made a couple of saves and did make one really crucial one. I do remember when his teammates got beaten, but there was just nothing going forward. There was no good play on the attack. There was no decent balls into the box, and they just didn't get any good chances, really.
Yeah, and I think you can just see the momentum just shift as that series went on. As I said, they just never found that good goal. I think if they scored early, or maybe hit like some nice double touch or something to shift the momentum, that could have been a different last game. They never quite got it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but both teams will make it through to the EUR Summer 2020 alongside with the other 5 currently qualified teams. So we do have 7 through now. There is one more spot for tonight, but that game is already underway. And unfortunately, we don't have time to cast it tonight between Tilburg United and Delft University, I do believe. So they are in game on that one, and the winner will crawl through in the losers bracket. Of course, there will be the lowest seed from Open Qualifier 1, but we have 2 more qualifiers coming up with more UK and Germany teams in the next couple of weeks. So what do you think about those 2, Prem? Do you think they'll be good? Hopefully we'll have more teams turn up and
UEA first
contested ones.
UEA is going through first seed, qualifier 2. We won't be playing in the qualifier 3 because, you know, we'll go through first time. Don't know about any of the other teams. That doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it should be interesting. I think there'll be a lot of strong UK teams coming into that one. Obviously, none of them tonight, but it's just sad we didn't get to see the Irish team turn up as well as our Italian side as well. But sometimes these things happen, don't we? But I'll make a quick rundown again now. So we got 7 teams qualified. It is Berlin Phoenix, Kit SC Lawnmowers, the 2 top teams from Germany, Portsmouth Paladins and Lancaster A, the 2 top teams from the UK, and then Hasselt, the Belgian finalists from their league. So yeah, we will be back on Sunday the 12th of July for the Open Qualifier 2. You got any last comments, Supreme, before we finish this one off?
Shall we take a guess at who's going to qualify through lowers? I think Tilburg's got it, personally.
Tilburg showed us something else, didn't they? Well, we didn't expect. They did take a game off the Northern Lions side that we just saw get reverse sweeps, whereas Delft University didn't actually take a game off of Erasmus, so you'd think that would play into their favour. I don't know how many games they are in. I've just updated it. They are now 2 games in, and you talked about Tilburg. Tilburg are 2 games up, so they won 6-1 and 4-2, so another win for Tilburg would see them get over the line and get that final spot from this first qualifier.
Yeah, and you know, that'll be cool for them to go through. Completely new team. Going straight to groups in their first tournament, first qualifiers. Looking good for them.
Yeah, it would be great for them. I think they'll be really happy if they can get through, and obviously be gutting for Delft University, being that we only had 4 teams in the end and not managing to be one of the 3 to make it through. But
yeah, that
sometimes it happens, doesn't it? Not everyone can make it. Right, I guess that is all we have time for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into Rocket Kingdom. This has been the EUR. We will be back with more EUR action on Sunday the 12th of July for the Open Qualifier 2, which you might see Supreme playing in with his UEA team, hopefully trying to qualify. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in and watching tonight, and we'll see you next time.
It was bone dry.
don't drop.